Hey everybody, welcome to the Jeremy Redmond Show. Jeez, is it daily? I was on a podcast, SaaS Fuel podcast, you should check it out. And he asked me, one of the questions was, do you think it's mutually exclusive to have like good relationships with your family and attain greatness? One, subjective, but I like to deal in absolutes, right? I don't think you can both have greatness, like real great. I don't believe, here's my stance, I don't believe you can have a unicorn and have terrific relationships with everyone around you. I think you might, where the nuance comes in, whereas you might be able to have a great relationship with your wife, but one of your kids, two of your kids are gonna, you need to have some kind of basis or foundation for what you're doing. I don't necessarily think they're mutually exclusive, but then I think they are. Like, I think if you want to have an $8.5 million a year company, you can have great relationships with family. And even then, there's going to be some sacrifices. I know I've talked about this a lot, but like the sacrifice, you don't get to build a $100 million a year company without sacrifice. You don't get to do that. That doesn't happen. You don't get to go, dude, I have amazing. How horrible of a person would you be to think that you could both build a $1 billion company from scratch and there's no collateral damage? Think about that, how messed that up that would be. How entitled you'd be if you thought that you are able to build a $100 million a year company with no sacrifice. The problem is most people talk about these things and the sacrifices after they've done it, not while they're going through it. And that's what I want to bring here to this channel. It doesn't matter. The only thing that matters when you're building a company is one, your customers. That's totally fine if you want to choose a family thing or Christmas, whatever. The funny thing about like kind of things that we're building is the people who build with our builder or automations or things like that, they are on the holiday building their business with our stuff. So we can't just be absent.
Bueller.
And if the customer support person gets the Christmas off because I said, cool, you have a holiday, I have to do it. Or, right, there's a domino effect, or we lose that customer. That's real. That's a real example. That if the customer goes, it's not working, and no one will take my call, or no one will take my message back or reply to my email, and it's December 26th. No, I couldn't figure it out because they had 3-hour window after Christmas or on Christmas night, and like no one was there to pick up their call. That's a real example. You can go through that example and just keep seeing it and go, all right, great. Well, there's a lot of dominoes that fall after that. Like, is that customer worth having at all? That's real. I think if they want to use your product on Christmas, that's amazing. Let me know what you think in the comments. I don't believe you can both achieve a huge level of greatness and keep everything right in your life, in your personal life. I think in personal life, and that's so funny, you need to attach your personal life to your professional one. If you really truly want greatness, that's kind of the disease of what we do. Subscribe.